As I pondered this, a detail still didn't add up. The hand holding hands seemed to change shape depending on the angle of the photo. It wasn't until later that I realized why. The album had been passed from person to person over the years, and each owner had added their own touch to the photographs. But here's the part that broke me. As I continued to study the photos, I began to notice something else. The hand that was supposed to be reaching out from the shadows wasn't just an anomaly. It seemed to be pointing to a specific location on the map that accompanied the final photo in the album. It took me weeks to track down the address, but when I finally found it, I discovered that it was a place I'd never heard of before, a small town on the other side of the country. And that wasn't even the worst of it. When I arrived at the town, I met an elderly woman who claimed to have lived there all her life. She told me stories about the family who had created this album and how their hands had been intertwined for generations. As she spoke, I realized that my own hand was holding a small note with a message that read, "Our stories are woven into the fabric of our lives." I still think about those photographs often, wondering what secrets they might reveal. If only I could decipher the code that lies within their creased edges and faded colors. Perhaps it's time to look closer, to uncover more of the story that was hidden in plain sight all along. I carefully blew off the dust from each photo, watching as the forgotten moments began to resurface, like ripples on a still pond. The creased edges of one picture revealed a faint message scrawled across its surface. "The eyes that see are not the ones that look."